Tuesday, March the 20th, 1990 was initially just an ordinary day. Apart from it being the first day of spring, the only other item of distinction was the fact that Depeche Mode were releasing their latest album, Violator. To coincide with that release, the boys in Depeche decided to get together with their record label, Sire Reprise, KROQ FM Radio in Los Angeles, and the Warehouse record store across from the Beverly Center in order to meet their fans. That's when Tuesday, March the 20th, 1990 ceased being just another day and earned itself a place in rock history.
Depending on who you believe, up to 10,000 young people showed up last night to see the British band Depeche Mode at a record store promotion. It started peacefully but got out of hand when restless fans started pushing and shoving. LAPD called in almost 100 officers before it was over, and they were dressed for battle.
LA City Councilman Zev Yaroslavsky is furious that KROQ, the radio station that promoted the band's appearance, let so many kids stand in line. The city wants between $20,000 and $30,000 for police time, paramedics who were on the scene, and the cost of cleanup. This place was a mess when it was all over.
But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves right now. This event actually had its roots back in October 1989 when Dave Gahan of Depeche Mode called KROQ to talk about finishing the new album in London.
We've been basically working on it since sort of early April. We were out in Milan for a few months, and then we went off to Denmark for a couple of months, and we're finishing up in London. We hope to finish the album just before Christmas. But it's sounding really good. We're just at the moment mixing the next single, and we'll hopefully get the album out around sort of March.
The album's release date turned out to be March 20th, 1990. Prior to the album coming out, Depeche Mode released two singles. The second was Enjoy the Silence. The first was Personal Jesus, which featured no less than 5 different mixes.
And with a song like Personal Jesus, we took it as far away as possible, basically from the foot stomp sort of beat that the song's got, the very sort of bluesy feel that the song's got. And we done some remixes with Francois Kevorkian from New York, and some dance mixes, and he's basically turned the whole thing around, and we wanted to get it completely away. And also, of course, there was the acoustic version that Martin and I basically knocked out in like 3 minutes or something.
Are you pleased with that acoustic version?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, the song lends itself to that, and that kind of approach, and that's, I'm sure, how the song was originally written, and it's something that it was kind of like an afterthought, really, and Martin and I just went in the studio, and he strummed away while I was singing. I think it's a really good feel, actually. It's a song, and it's sort of bare minimum, basically, and a very different sort of sound of Depeche Mode as well.
Your own personal Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the silence.
With 2 hit singles, Enjoy the Silence and Personal Jesus, Sire Reprise got together with KROQ and arranged for Depeche Mode to meet their fans at the Warehouse record store across from the Beverly Center.
KROQ brings Depeche Mode to the Warehouse record store at Beverly and La Cienega across from the Beverly Center.
KROQ not responsible for loss of life or limb due to crowd trampling.
Tuesday night, March 20th at 9 p.m. Come out and meet the band. Plus be part of the KROQ exclusive live broadcast as Richard Blade interviews Depeche Mode.
Pets may experience heat exhaustion.
Come meet Depeche Mode on the first day you can buy their new album at the Warehouse record store at Beverly and La Cienega.
Chains required. Thank you.
From 106.7 KROQ.
With the announcement made, the excitement began to build. A couple of members of Depeche Mode in studio. We have Andy Fletcher and Alan Wilder. And good to have you guys in studio. Kind of a surprise. We didn't really want to announce this on the radio because we're doing the thing on Tuesday.
Hinting, wasn't it?
Yeah, a few little hints here and there, you know, just to mention that maybe we might.
Casual.
Yeah. Well, you guys certainly deliver on the CD as well, and it's going to be nice for you to meet the fans. On behalf of KROQ, thank you very much for agreeing to do that on Tuesday. It's going to be a little crazy, don't you think, Jed?
I ran into these guys last night downstairs, and they said they're going to stay as long as they can on Tuesday night. If it was up to them, they'd spend the night there.
Yeah, we're having our sleeping bags taken down.
In the in-stores that you've done in England, etc., have you got any tips for the fans listening now, what they should have with them, or...
Okay, well, we're only signed one thing per fan.
Yeah!
Unfair, to sign a whole bunch of things, and that's, because then other people don't get a chance. So that's it, really. And just to keep moving them through, because there's obviously going to be a big turnout, well, hopefully, and we won't have time to do everybody.
And no body signings either.
Okay, no body parts, right? Sign my chest here.
Certain body parts we might consider.
There are some very excited ladies listening right now, I'll tell you, at this very moment.
How long have you been waiting in line?
Since Sunday morning.
Why do you do that?
Because they're good. It's Depeche Mode. They are the best. We've been eating at Taco Bell for the 59-cent special. We've been sleeping. We slept the first night we were here. We slept outside their hotel in our car.
Fans came from all over the Southland and some from even out of state.
We came all the way from Arizona. Have you heard about it?
Over the radio.
Scottsdale.
We welcome them in the new album.
It was definitely worth the ride.
As the evening of March 20th approached, Depeche Mode became the top story on the news.
Traffic tonight has been congested near the Beverly Center for hours.
And not because of a traffic accident, but a group from England. It took 10 years and 22 singles, but Depeche Mode is now the word in music called progressive techno-pop. Tonight, the band is appearing in person for an autograph party at a West LA record store. It has attracted thousands of fans waiting to see their music idols, some who've been lined up since last night.
If you were anywhere near the Beverly Center today or tonight, you probably saw a lot of people there. It's also known as human gridlock. And you're probably wondering, what's this about already? Well, it's about a group called Depeche Mode.
Would you believe that there are 10,000 teenagers here? You can hear them screaming all over the Beverly Center area. A line of teenagers 15 blocks long, like the swooning over Sinatra, the ecstasy over Elvis, and the fainting over the Fab Four. Depeche Mode is definitely today's hot act.
Shackles on your feet, like a halo in rivers.
6.7 KROQ, KROQ. Take it away, Richard.
All right, Katie, we are once again inside the warehouse store. Depeche Mode just saying hi to a few people in the back room and getting their breath. To all the folks listening in line with radios, pass it on that they're going to start signing within about 5 minutes. That's when we'll be opening the doors and letting people come in to meet the band. But I'll tell you, it feels like a jock meeting here. I almost think we're going to get fired or something. We've got more DJs in the store tonight than we have had for a long time. We've got Poor Man, we've got Scott Mason, we've got Jet the Fish, we've also got Kevin and Bean. So this is your first, like, huge KROQ promotion with a major band. I know we've had the world tour. What do you think of it so far?
Incredible. We thought we were going to die. We were outside when the limos pulled up. We got rushed. We played security guards. We held the throws off, and we almost got killed.
Well, let me ask you, Bean, if it's all right. How does this compare with having Tony Orlando in studio this morning?
Well, that's a tough comparison really to make, to be honest. But let me just say we didn't really have any security problems this morning with Old Tone.
What's behind me right now is probably every teenager in town, and they're all screaming in my ear. The group Depeche Mode is very hot. They started out as a dance band, and they've just built. They sold out the Rose Bowl. Just a few minutes ago, they arrived by limo at the warehouse here in the Beverly Center area, and I haven't seen anything like this before. Girls are crying. Boys were hurling themselves at the limo.
The LAPD just called out a tactical alert, which means plenty of squad cars are on the way to the Beverly Center.
The band is called Depeche Mode, the latest postmodern group to retake the U.S. by storm. Tonight, thousands of fans jammed the streets surrounding the Warehouse Music Store, which is across from the Beverly Center, trying to get autographs. The private security force couldn't handle them all, and police had to be called. 20 units arrived initially, but that wasn't enough. One person fainted after fans began to crowd in, and she was taken to a local hospital. These fans were going to any length to get a peek at their favorite stars.
When we come back, we'll talk with Depeche Mode and find out what happened inside the warehouse, plus a world exclusive, an unreleased new version of a Depeche Mode single.